First, as it's Halloween, would living in a house like this give you the creeps?
This is North Cray House, supposedly haunted by a former resident. Tall, scary and unwelcoming, and is said to strike fear into anyone who enters.
Whoever you are, make yourself known. Make yourself known, please, sir. If you want us here, then fine. Then do something nice. Make noises, sweet noises. If you don't want us here, then you make bad noises.
That made you drop your tea, didn't it? Here to talk us through the houses that spooked her the most, from Most Haunted, Yvette Fielding. Lovely to see you. What was going on there then? We saw this great bang.
It happens every time. I don't get asked out for dinner at all, you know. As soon as there's a round table, they go, no, we're not having her round. No, in lots of haunted houses, we always try and do a séance or a Ouija board and so on to try and sort of communicate with the other side. And sometimes the table will make a loud banging noise, or it'll leap up in the air, or it will actually fly across the room. And to me, now, I used to be absolutely terrified, but to me now I go, yes, fantastic, this is great.
So you're convinced that this is the case, that there are definitely hauntings, there are people who are, you know...
10 years I've been investigating paranormal locations at haunted houses, and I can honestly say, hand on heart, that I believe that there is definitely something out there, that when we die, our soul goes somewhere else. I don't know what it is, I've no idea, but I do know that there's definitely something there.
Is that why we're so fascinated by it? Or is it because we just like being scared? We like to think we don't know everything.
I think there's two... Absolutely, I do think we like to be scared, hence going on funfair rides that scare us to death. But I think we're fascinated with it because we don't actually know an answer. We have no idea. And if you sat round a dinner table, 9 times out of 10, most people will be able to give you a ghost story, or they'll know about a great...
Strange.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah. Just the odd bit. Yeah, we had footsteps running upstairs once, there was nobody there.
Your
3 most haunted houses, then, or most haunted 3 ones. We've got Berkeley Castle?
That's a fantastic location. The reason why I've chosen a couple of these is purely because I love the houses, I love the architecture, and I love the history. I mean, there are lots of I've done thousands, but this particular one I love because James II was actually killed here in this castle. And he was murdered in the most atrocious way. He was kept captive in a tiny little condemned cell, which you can actually go into. There's also an open well that bodies were thrown down. And the people that sort of operate this castle, that work there, they've seen and heard the most frightening things.
Let's see you then at Berkeley Castle.
Constructed in 1154 AD, Berkeley Castle's aim was to defend the Severn Estuary and the Welsh border. However, there's been a manor at Berkeley since at least the late Anglo-Saxon times.
You make a noise with your voice.
Right, hang on, been about 4:20. So there's a huge shadow just went right behind you then.
Well, you could blame it on a faulty bulb, but now what about Kipling Hall?
Kipling Hall, absolutely beautiful place, really lovely. It's a sort of a Tudor, it's in North Yorkshire. And the thing I love about this is the poltergeist activity, which a lot of people will have heard about through films and so on. But I love this because there was poltergeist activity upstairs where it used to be an old nursery. And one particular moment in the evening, we went upstairs and all the little chairs that the children sort of would be sitting on were actually stacked in a pyramid on the table in a true poltergeist fashion, which is something that they do. There's a lot of, we do the thing with marbles and we roll the marble and ask for children to roll them back, and you can hear little giggling noises and the marbles will roll back. And so there was a lot of activity that went on at Kipling Hall.
Poltergeist in to tidy our room up a bit stacked chairs. Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look at Kipling Hall and see what happened to you there.
Kipling Hall was originally built as a hunting lodge. Over the centuries, 4 families have made Kipling Hall their own.
Did that just move then?
That was one of us moving it, wasn't it?
No, I didn't move it. Are you still here? Can you move this block? Can you move this wood? Try and push it.
it moved.
It did, and I forgot to say that actual block was King Charles I. Apparently that block of wood was where he placed his head on top and they chopped it off.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I get out, you
Right,
know.
OK. Finally, we're going to... Where are we going? Belsay Hall next, in
Belsay
Northumberland.
Hall. Absolutely stunning location. It's not a derelict house, but it's sort of been completely restored and emptied. And there are all these massive empty rooms. But you can still get a feel for the kitchens and the nursery upstairs. And one of the ghost stories there is of a little child that used to go round and round, to ride his little tricycle round and round. You could hear it. And again, the children could be heard. We came across the children, and the marble throwing came in quite a lot
Well,
here.
you weren't the only person to be moved up there.
Construction began on the Greek revivalist Belsay Hall in 1807. The sense of haunting affects many before they even enter the building.
Something was thrown outside. Something was thrown outside.
Should I go and have a look?
Yeah. You all right? Oh, just the
me.
marble moving. That's all right. It's just you.
Hello? Is there anybody there?
Kath, come back now.
I'm sorry. It was really loud. It was like
Do you think you saw something? It may be a little macabre, but you can actually buy houses with a little bit of history and spooky surroundings. Here to tell us more, property writer for the Sunday Times, Anna Mihailova. Anna, lovely to see you. So, is there an appeal in a haunted house? Do people actually want to buy one?
Well, it's not for everyone, but the thing about these houses, they tend to come with a rich and fascinating history that people love.
So you're getting a good house and the haunting comes as a sort of secondary bit, really, then, really. Big market for them?
There is, but they're very much unique one-offs, I'd say.
Right. OK, let's have a look at your top three, then. What have we got? What's your first house?
So my first one is called St Clair's Hall.
This is in Essex?
And it's in Essex.
And this is
by
for sale?
Clapton.
Yep.
And this was where the East Anglian witch trials were held in 1583. So 14 local witches were interrogated in the Great Hall before being tried for witchcraft.
And were they found guilty?
2 of them were accused of bewitching to death and hanged.
Oh, dear, but what a lovely place it is now.
Oh, yes, that's nice, doesn't it?
It's lovely.
It's a Tudor fireplace, there are 2 acres, a moat around it, 7 bedrooms, 7 receptions.
Why are you looking at me?
You can have your own Yvette. So how much do you think you'd have to pay for that, then?
Depends on how much land there is with it.
2 acres.
2 acres. Ooh, how many bedrooms did you say?
7.
7. Ooh, 800,000.
800,000. You've been out and looked lately. 800,000. So do you think it's 800,000?
It's
I
a
think
bit
rather
more. It's
than that.
995.
I wasn't far off.
You weren't far off.
That's all right.
I'm sorry, I thought it'd be much more than that. It's a splendid house.
It is very nice.
Wonderful. So if you're a witch, you can go and feel it up, really, can't you?
Yes.
Next one.
The next one, we've got Crossland House in Virginia Water.
Well, very smart, Virginia Water.
Is it? I don't know.
Yes.
I don't get out much
It's got
from
near
here.
Sunningdale,
Is
handy
it
for the
lovely?
golf course.
Lovely.
And Windsor, yes, frankly. Right, sorry,
So
Annie.
this was a former sanatorium used to house the incurably insane.
Fabulous.
For
I
about
love those
100
places.
years.
Sorry. See, that really gets me going.
Incurably insane. I'm incurably insane. Get my wife going, I can tell
Well,
you.
it's full of ghosts. You'd like it. It is full of ghosts, and the
What have we
builders
got?
have cited
We've
a
got
lot.
a penthouse.
We've got a penthouse on the estate, which apparently isn't haunted according to the owner.
Right, so the penthouse, oh, they are somewhere up there.
And it's got 3 bedrooms, 2,000 square feet, and use of the communal areas, pool, tennis courts.
I should think the ghosts probably stay to this bit up, they're
Yeah.
confined in there.
Oh,
don't you
they're
think?
everywhere.
Someone once
Even in
felt a
penthouses?
hand push them
yes.
apparently down the stairs.
No. And if you're in a penthouse, that's a bit of a
Yes.
hazard, isn't it?
It is a little.
So how much do you think you'd pay for a penthouse in Virginia Water?
Oh, well, you're saying it's a very posh area.
Yes.
Blimey, a penthouse, 1.2 million.
1.2 million?
No, it's 845.
A snip into Virginia Water, very close to Windsor Castle, for under £1 million. Well, whatever you're doing, have a happy Halloween. My thanks to Anna Mihailova and Yvette Fielding.